recording now?
Oh, we are recording.
All right.
It's another episode of Drinking with Doug.
I am Doug. I'm drinking with Josh.
And today, Doug is going to tell us the story of
Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian.
Which is actually derivative. The original story is all of my age. I have 4 tattoos. The women I have loved. My own dear idiot son.
Dear idiot son.
And then my life secular and my life spiritual. We're going to ignore 3 of those 4. We're going to focus on the Marvin the Martian. So the reason I have this tattoo is when my son was a kindergarten kid, he had just come up to realize that maybe Santa is still real, but also you're allowed to buy stuff for your mom and your daddy. And it was the first time he ever said to his mom, hey, I want to buy something for Daddy for Christmas. And his mom says, sure, son. And this was like late November when he brought that up because his mother always tried to get way ahead of the curve on buying Christmas stuff. So, his mother and I had just bounced to the Warner Brothers store at that time in Columbus, Ohio. And because he was a high-energy kid, we were looking around the Warner Brothers store. Big fan of the old-school cartoons, Bugs Bunny, Tasmanian Devil, Marvin the Martian, Daffy Duck, all that. I bought my son a little teeny-tiny bomber jacket that had Tasmanian Devil on the back of the jacket like it was a big tattoo on the jacket because our kid was just a high-energy kid. He could not sit still to save his soul. He never watched an entire tattoo. Yeah, maybe it's you also.
I was totally that
kid back then.
100%.
But my kid, who, by the way, is slightly older than this kid, but same range.
No, I'm older than Chris.
All right. Chris is just turned 32 in June.
And I'm 33 at the time.
There we go. So, of the genre, of the generation, but at that time, my little boy could not be told to stand still and watch an entire Teenage Mutant Ninja cartoon on a Saturday morning, which kind of broke my heart because I was a lazy-ass kid from the 60s, and our parents raised us on shut the fuck up and watch the cartoon for 5 hours so Mom and Dad did not have to get up out of bed. That was just the thing back then. No hate, but moving forward, it's now the mid-1980s, late 1980s, and the princess who I had married just says, hey, our son said I want to buy Daddy a Christmas present. And you know what? God bless him. A kid that small who says, I understand Santa is real, but Santa doesn't do everything for everybody. So Mommy comes to me and says, hey, baby boy wants to buy you something. We just got to pick a thing that if baby boy buys it, you're going to Christmas morning say, oh, it's the best thing ever. So because we had locked into Warner Brothers store like 2 days earlier, I'm like randomly pick out, hey, my favorite cartoon character is Marvin the Martian. It was not really, but why not? You know, just pick a number. Don't be Bugs Bunny. Everybody is Bugs Bunny. And he'd already taken Tasmanian Devil, so there's only a handful of others that mean anything. So I'm like, sure, Marvin the Martian, sure, that's the one, the most. So Mommy whispers in his ear, hey, Daddy loves Marvin the Martian. So he buys me a Marvin the Martian coffee cup. And so that Christmas morning, as we're all opening the presents, all the Santa Claus presents and the presents from your grandparents, all that nonsense, and then he is very excitedly pushing this one small wrapped up present. Here, Daddy, here. I'm like, oh, holy cow, Marvin the Martian coffee cup, best gift ever, because Marvin the Martian is the best comic book, whatever. I'm like, you know, you're playing the game. As a parent, you have to play the game.
And when we play Santa, we play the Easter Bunny, we play all the parts.
Yeah.
As a parent, and yes.
You make them happy as you can, to the best of your ability. So, to me, that was just a throwaway thing. Hey, that Christmas when he was 6, he got me this one thing, Marvin the Martian. And, you know, the next year he'll go on to something else. I was wrong. I was so wrong. he locked into Marvin the Martian in his brain, his kindergarten brain. The only gift for Daddy ever is Marvin the Martian. In the next 5 years, every Christmas, every birthday, every Thanksgiving, every fucking Easter, Marvin the Martian.
It's all Marvin.
I have a huge ass cardboard box full of Marvin the Martian stuff. And of course, as a father, you can't ever say, dude, what's wrong with you? No, what's wrong with you is you love your father. Okay, cool, son, cool. I love you so much. Keep giving me this nonsense. I have like 3 or 4 dozen Marvin the Martian. I have Marvin the Martian placemats for the table. I have Marvin the Martian mud flaps on my cars.
You have a Marvin the Martian hanging from your windshield.
Yeah, from the windshield in the car. Marvin the Martian everything. Marvin the Martian coffee cups and mud flaps and wristwatches and pillows. And a weird ass aside, I was once in a trivia contest at a bar, and the question is, on the television show Friends, 25 years ago, this was legitimate television show
Has it
Friends.
really been that long since Friends?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow.
25 years ago for Friends.
Wow.
At the coffee shop in Friends, what was the only pillow that ever appeared on Friends? It was a Marvin the Martian pillow.
Really?
It was
in
on the
Central
Friends.
Perk.
Central Perk. Marvin the Martian Friends pillow. My kid got me that pillow. It's upstairs right now. So, as this all unfolds, no good father, no good parent would ever say, you know what, would you just stop this nonsense now because it's getting weird now? No. You got to be a stand-up guy. You got to say, yes, my son, I love you more than everything else. And in his mind, as long as he gives me Marvin the Martian, he's a good kid. And I then have to reciprocate and say, as long as he gives me Marvin the Martian, yes, you are a good kid. So, on his 18th birthday, I went out and got a Marvin the Martian tattoo to honor my own dear son at that time, because a scant year later, he joined the United States Marine Corps. How can I not honor him by getting ink? So that's the story of why I have Marvin the Martian tattooed on my chest. I don't really give a shit about Marvin the Martian, but because I just randomly threw it out there that one day, 20 years later, I still have to say this is the thing that's important to me. So it's the game we play is, I love my son, my son loves me. It's all about honoring each other.
No, hey, I think it's a lesson to parents to, not try to strip away something menial that our children hold on to. It's kind of precious. I mean, even though Chris is now of a certain age,